family photo of us and Emmett. With us and Brucey, too. Oh, boy, it's going to get crowded. Welcome to another exciting episode
of Feel a Real Fun.
Today we've got a really special show for you that's going to start with something that sounds a little weird.
Your Manifesting Questions Answered live
and
on
we're
the
doing
14th of August.
That's right. Oh, my
2020.
God. So, guys.
Yes.
What we want you to do is remember that philosophy drives technology. And much, much more.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Oh, look at that. Be free. Create your own reality. Go inside it. Fuck, I don't know how I got in that one. We'll just share there, too. Haven't been kicked out of that one yet.
Okay, so go to freeneville.com.
That's right. 221 email us, pseudo-random goodness. Oh, look
right.
at that. Got to put it on so I look handsome.
Hiya, Sizzler. Hiya, Joe. Well, if it isn't
Triple D people. Yo.
Beast. Oh,
hey, man.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. That is not pseudo-random goodness. That's like actually designed. So you have a series of... See, if you want to go from Pittsburgh to Portland,
yes,
right? Because Portland's cool.
Yes.
You take a journey, right? And you'll experience certain things along the way, specific things too. But meanwhile, manifestingmasterycourse.com, half a donut, all that stuff. You all know it. And I still want to know, what's it costing you to dick around on Reddit every day? Right? Because people do it for hours. They dick around on Reddit
what
for
is
hours.
Reddit?
That's a place where you go dick around. And instead of just doing something and getting it the fuck done with, right?
But, is it research or is it games or what is
Reddit?
But what is...
See?
Is it news?
By the way,
I don't know.
Do you notice that she gets results and she has no fucking clue what Reddit is?
Yes.
Right?
I don't know what she's talking. I'll go and look it up later.
Right, and then you'll go, why?
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. I see some more Triple D, Mark and Alona are here as well. Oh, my God. Bruce Root is in the building. Triple and the D, everyone.
Okay.
Loving your photos, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I saw some yesterday,
Let's blame it on the lens. Right?
Gorgeous.
But I really love that. When you take a great photo, people
say,
what lens did you use? Let's blame it on the lens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we just have that show up later, too. Simmy's here. Oh, my God.
Hello, Simmy. And Jeanette. Hiya. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to dive right in. We've got a full show.
Right in with Victoria.
Sweet.
All right.
So the first question's from Dream Driven Day, Tommy.
Yo.
NLP exercises.
By the way, Tommy texted me about this in private, and I just totally ignored it. Right? I forgot to get back to him. So let's just acknowledge that
call out. Is Tommy here? Otherwise, call out.
Somebody
Tommy.
call out Tommy, because every now and then I do forget to get back because I go between like 3 devices all the time a day. Right? So like if I don't get back to you, poke me again or make it public so I can admit that I'm a human. Right? So all right.
So Tommy asks, can DDD, Dream Driven Day members, get more NLP exercises? Fuck it. Can we all get more NLP exercises? I like the looking up one. I fucking love them.
All right, so let's explain what the hell he's talking about real quick.
Okay.
Right? So I have these little exercises that I've developed, stole, or modified extensively, right? And here's why I like to include them in courses, because everybody gets stuck on content. Okay? NLP, as far as I'm concerned, is the study of the thinking that goes behind, the thinking and perception that goes on behind human behavior. And so what happens there is we get to play in this thing called process, right? So in MM and Triple D, we give an exercise. We have people look up for 1 minute, relax, look up for 1 minute, relax, and we explain why. Because we want to disrupt this habitual 14 to 18 second loop that everybody goes through all day long, right? And that's a cool, gentle way to do that. Makes you really smart and so on, too.
It makes you really smart.
Right. So here's one that I'm going to play with, and I'm not going to tell you why I want you to do this every day, because it really is a game changers like this are really, really fun things to do with your friends and family. Won't have a clue what the fuck you're talking about. Doesn't matter. Because whenever you play with what's called a punctuational ambiguity, what happens to do that is you take the first the last 2 words of a sentence that keeps going on and on and on, or it become the first 2 words of the next sentence becomes something completely different.
I had a birthday wish like that. Anyway, Actually, you did make mention of, because Tommy's done Dream Driven Day, and you were thinking about releasing.
Tommy
in
has done
November.
Dream Driven Day is a wonderful course for you to take if you haven't. Consider the October version of Dream Driven Day will open up in September.
No, hang on. You know what I'm talking about. You were talking about for Dream Driven Day members only, I think, possibly creating a course in November or December that would be NLP.
Related, yes.
Related.
Yeah. In other words, the 2020 Club. Boom.
Yes.
But more on that later.
The
You'll find
2020
out
Club.
what I'm talking about is so cool, because what happens if you play with stuff like this is really, really cool to do around drunk people. Just really like glaze over, and that look in their eyes as well becomes just quite fascinating. People do this as well. So if you play like this is something really fun to do. To do this, you really need to be like, it speeds up how you think, because in order to, like most people, they meter out what they're going to say, and it takes forever, and so on. But if you play with punctuational ambiguities, or just really fun ways to just use those last two words of the last sentence becomes the first two words of the next sentence, becomes something completely new directions happen in your life. But that's a phonetic ambiguity that I just did right there.
God.
Those are fun too.
Well, Tommy, I don't know if you saw all of it, but that was in response to your question. And if you didn't, come to the watch party tonight.
Yeah, and play with this. Seriously. This will. Some people wonder, how do I talk without editing a whole bunch, if at all? Playing with this stuff enabled me to basically allow what I think comes out randomly and quickly without a whole bunch of editing getting in the way, and like me knowing what I'm going to say makes it boring for both of us.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Tommy says,
Okay.
I will play with this. Is something that's just good fun is the way to go.
No, he's coming to the watch party tonight. Okay.
Oh, all right.
No, maybe not. Play with it.
All right.
Have fun with it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So that was from Dream Driven Day, Tommy. Thank you.
All right.
The next question's from Anthony in Manifesting Mastery.
There's going to be somebody on the YouTube that says, this is why I like Brian Scott better, because he explains things very clearly. And I love Brian. Okay, I'm not picking on Brian, but I'm just saying, it's like, I'm having fun taking you on an adventure.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Explanation mark. I love explanation marks. Monica.
All right.
All right.
So the next question's from Anthony in Manifesting Mastery.
All right. Let's do it.
Persist or surrender?
All right.
Yeah. What's the difference between persisting and surrendering?
All right. I love watching Neville's entire career, the way he teaches things, because he's stuck with the same things for many, many decades and many, many years. And one of the things that he mentioned often was to persist. But somewhere along the line, he mentioned, you know what? Don't make this an act of will. Let it be an act of surrender. Mm-hmm. And here's what's really cool about that, because you surrendered to asking the question. You didn't type it 4,000 fucking times. Right? Some people persist, I'm persisting and feeling it real, and it becomes a war versus all the time.
It's really, I get like how you just said that. It's actually both at once.
Mm-hmm,
that
totally.
you persist in surrendering to it.
Yep, totally.
It's like that. Yeah, not, I'm going to, every day, every way, I'm going to be better and better and better. It's, yeah.
Totally.
Yep.
Whenever you order off of a menu, you actually surrender to something. I suggest all the time, item number 7, right? Just for fun, right? and by golly, versus like some people, it's like they persist in trying to find the best item on the menu, and they ask the waiter 400 fucking questions, and then what they order in the end is what they would have ordered anyway. Oh, I'll have the Kung Po chicken. I get that everywhere. It's my favorite thing is Kung Po chicken. Is what I'm ordering now. Is what I'm getting.
Yes.
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 Right? So surrendering, right? So, it's such an easy thing, right? I surrendered to going to the dog park this morning. Could you imagine if I persisted in it?
Yeah.
Right? I'm persisting, right?
Yeah,
I surrendered to going to the dog park. I had a wonderful time, right? Boom. So, I'm going to groom me fucking dog. grab me fucking dog.
Cool.
See, I'm surrendering to the dog because he's persisting. He's a persistent. You get it? He's surrendered to the state of Dad's going to pet me.
Of love.
All right,
Of being
he's
a
gonna
lovable
grab me by the
dog.
face.
I love everyone.
Alrighty. Shall we continue? Victoria
Yes.
is such a good partner.
Okay. Thank you, Anthony, for your question.
Yeah. She didn't thank me for the answer was pretty good.
Okay.
Seriously, can you imagine me at a party? I am great fucking fun.
Yes.
For
I
someone.
can vouch for that. Okay.
All right.
All right. The next question's from Oz on Facebook. I wonder if he lives in Oz, or she,
I
he,
don't know. I failed
whoever.
to
Yes.
dive into that.
Tell us, TT, about... So Oz asks, for fun, what really quick manifestation wins have you had? It's always great to hear how fast good things can unfold sometimes. Thanks.
Cool. So I read your question at the dog park. Right? I check in. Right? So I surrender going to the dog park. I get there. I'm just waiting for things to normalize so I can throw the ball and have some fun. And so I check in real quick and I see your question. I go, all right. All right. So here's what I don't want to do. All right. I am not the guy that has 3 wins and talks about the 3 wins forever. I will mention the BMW one because people ask about cars, like Bo will later.
Yeah.
Right. But I love sharing new stuff. Because I have new wins every day. So here's the thing, right? So I'm sitting in the BMW. The guys are in the back seat. And I read your thing, and I go, right. So I imagine instantly, I just experience, what would I experience if I had a fresh story for you on the show today? So I just imagine like just looking at the iPad, right, and having a fresh story and done. So I get out of the car. I've got the dogs. I've got the stick that throws the orange ball. Right? And so I swing the stick that throws the orange ball, rockets out of the stick. And I've previously imagined, before the arm moves, I imagined the ball bouncing off the tree and coming back. Because I love when Bruce does trick shots are so cool, right?
I'm still doing those ambiguity things.
So
Yes.
I rocket the ball out, and the ball goes into a weird and unusual space. And it's like, oh, that's interesting, because I've imagined the ball hitting, bang the tree, and bouncing back. And so the ball, it goes off at this odd and unusual angle. It hits the ground. And if we were at a golf course, there would be this thing that I guess we'd call a divot or something like that. And it hits this little lump in the ground, and it still bounces off the tree and comes back. It shouldn't have. It was such an unusual instant win that Bruce is looking around like, where the fuck did the ball go?
Oh.
Right? So here's 2 wins really quick, right? Let's point them out. The first one, as I read your thing, I go, wow, cool. I just imagine looking at the iPad, seeing her reflection, and having a new story for you. I get out of the thing, and I imagine rocketing the ball off the tree. The ball goes at an unusual angle. It should have never hit the tree, right? It did. It bounced back. There's 2, right? This is how it happens when you let it be easy. All right, so I'm going to take a little side note. Break this one out as a separate one. Mental diets, right? So somebody posted in the group today about doing the mental diets or something like that.
It's a lecture of Neville's, yes.
And I read what people are writing about, and it just like, I just get, my God, you're imagining this takes time, that it's slow. Well, I'm going to control my mental diet, make sure that my mental diet is congruent with what I'm imagining for the next 4. Yeah, I get it. Right? Yeah, it's important. I mean, I don't let shit in my head. Like Neville said yesterday, like 99% of what's written isn't worth me looking at. Right? So I get that. But here's the thing. I don't have any interest in dumb shit, so I don't look at dumb shit. Right? Now, the reason I bring all that up is I imagine what implied my wish is fulfilled. My wish was to give you easy, quick, real, live, new examples.
Yeah.
Right? So I got 2 wins within 4 minutes. If I had to do a 14-day mental diet to come up with a quick win, it'd be hellish, right? So, again, is a mental diet important? Sure, right? I mean, like, I don't sit around and read all the conspiracy theories all day. You want to screw your head up? Get into shit like that, right? You know, why will you screw your head up if you get into shit like that? Because you honestly don't believe who you are and how this works. If you do, you'll give life to the lovely and be done with it. But more on that later. We will be diving into that deeper.
Deeper.
So, cool. How was that?
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it, Bruce?
All right, mental diets.
Okay.
No junk food for you. All right.
Who for? Violet.
For Violet. No
Or for
junk food
Bruce,
for
or
you.
for me. What are you talking about?
What is he talking about is always
What
pretty
is he
confusing.
not talking about? Yes, that's the
That's
other one you
right.
taught me. Okay, that was for Oz. Thank you very much, Oz.
All right. Stay tuned, though. We'll be diving more into this later. Too many
Okay.
diets. Boom. Just freaking eat. That's
Yeah.
right.
We've got mental diets on the record.
Yeah, we actually have the
Yeah,
real record right over there.
Real LP.
Yeah, we actually bought a record player to play it.
We did.
How cool is
Because we
that?
didn't have a record player. Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. The next question is from Heather on Facebook. What about your pets? What do you reckon, Bruce?
Hi, Bruce. How timely is this?
This may be a silly question, but if everyone is you pushed out, what about your pets? Is that you pushed out as well? Can you do a revision on your pets for their behaviour?
Cool. I like the last part of the question because it really reveals what it's all about. As far as it's all you pushed out, I get it. Neville said that more than once in a few different ways, but the way that's being abused on the internet right now, I don't even like saying the phrase, right? Because since it's all me pushed out, she's a mindless fucking automaton and will do my bidding, right? It seems to be where most people are taking that. But here's what's cool. What's happening in your life is happening in your life because of what you are imaginally experiencing, right? So if I experience, now watch this, I can imagine I've got a good dog.
Yeah.
That's the wish. And it also makes it about him. And when he's not a good dog, then I have to go to war against 3D. We'll be talking about more about that later. We'll be covering that as well. Now, Tommy is still here, I see. Right? I keep seeing you. I'm going to keep doing it. It's so much fun. Now,
Yes.
isn't it? So can I revise for my dog? Absolutely. Right? But here's the thing. Ready? I always let it all be all about me.
Exactly. I was just going to say, the wish is that he's a good boy, but then to make it all about you, how excited you are rushing home telling me about what a fantastic boy he was, like the other day.
Yep.
Whichever that dog was, which would normally he'd just eat. He's a dick with dogs sometimes.
He doesn't hurt him. He just puts the fear of
Jesus.
Jesus in
like
him,
I'm going to
right?
die. But
he's-
and he
but he's
was
come a long way.
excellent. And so you raced home and told me all about how he just sat there and wagged his tail at this new dog. So
Now watch this. Ready?
yes.
So, I imagine telling Victoria that Bruce is such a good boy. And he was, and again, and it's been working. It's been working. Oh my God, it's going into the past. We're really screwed now. No, yeah, you get it? So it works, right? So I imagine telling Victoria what a great day it was at the dog park. I let it be about me. Now what she can do is she can let it be about her. Because she can imagine, oh, here comes 20. Yeah. She could just feel what she would feel knowing that I had a great day at the dog park.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
She lets it be about her. I let it be about me. Yeah, we'll just call
Somehow
it
or
trickle-down Bruce economics.
Yeah.
Right? Boom.
He complies.
All right. You get it?
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about whether or not Bruce is me pushed out and he's a mindless fucking automaton like my soulmate doesn't have a soul. And I loved that post that showed up in the group.
I'd like you maybe to do a show on that next week.
The
I know
soulmate
you
doesn't have a soul?
No. I know you're sick of the statement, but to actually set it all right in stone.
Set it
The
right
me
in
pushed
stone.
out. Everything is all me pushed out.
Yep. Well, pretty simple. It's all about me, right? See, I take it the exact opposite direction, by the way. It's all within me. Want to discover how vast you are? It's all being pushed out. You feel small, right? But
Well,
if you
it's
realize it's all within you, all your experience is within you.
Yep.
Done.
It was like
Right.
that gorgeous quote on yesterday's show. If you are waiting for something to happen outside of yourself, you'll wait forever.
Yeah.
or
You're
whatever
seeking
it
for the
was.
cause out there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You will be seeking forever. All right. One is the loneliest. Numbers don't matter. Hey,
He's
Tommy.
done it again for you, Tommy.
If anybody wants to, just blame Tommy. Write down blame
when he says
Tommy.
stuff like that and your
Right.
head goes,
Blame Tommy.
"What?"
Right? Just blame Tommy, right?
That's Tommy's fault.
Yeah, it's all Tommy pushed out in today's show. We could call it that. It's all Tommy pushed out show. Tommy and Bill.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. So thank you, Heather, for your question. The next question's from Jonathon. What'd I do?
You asked the question, pal. Blame Tommy. That's right.
Right, sorry. The next question's from Jonathon. Nothing I have imagined has come true.
By the way, that was from his previous email, right? I just love that. Yeah, meanwhile, continue, Victoria.
I will ponder this. Just another thought. Is it enough to simply ask myself what it would feel like if, and then marinate in that amazing feeling rather than rest and create a scene?
Cool. You're always imagining in scenes. I seriously have yet to meet one human being on the planet that doesn't experience scenes. Right? All the time. Right? So the question is, what do you think a scene is? A scene is something that is long and complicated or something like that versus that. See, when you get, my reply was something like, go play. Right? If you play, you'll discover this is not an either or thing. Right? A scene is something so darn fast. What would I experience if I threw the ball off the tree? Right? What would I experience if I threw the ball and the ball bounced back? Want to put him out?
Yeah. Open the door. Sorry.
Bye, guys.
Sorry, you guys.
See you. Here comes Bruce. So,
Do you want to get up on with Dad?
cool. I'll read this back again since we were rudely interrupted. Is it enough to simply ask myself, what would I feel like if? Sure. Yeah. And then marinate in that amazing feeling. And here's where I'm going to pick this apart. Ready? It's not an amazing feeling all the time. It very rarely is an amazing feeling, right? I did a podcast this morning on typical. And I always talk about typical. If your wish were fulfilled already, how would a typical event in your day be different? Right? If I had a wife that respected me, right? How would a typical
day be different?
How would a typical event in my day be different? Like sipping coffee, right? You get it?
Yeah.
This is so fast and so simple. But if you're searching for that amazing feeling, again, you're just keeping it out there. Versus, right, how would I buy petrol if I doubled my income and worked half the time? I bought petrol the other day. I have no idea what it cost. Don't care. I'm buying petrol. I go in and I pay Kyle. I come back and I just make a mental note, right? Check the oil when you get home, because I always check the oil after I fill up the petrol, right? I don't make a mental note of like how much was the petrol here versus the other place. What day is it? It's a Thursday. Fuck, man, I got too much other cool shit on my mind, like hot tub, right?
Yep.
So, marinate in that amazing feeling rather than rest and create a scene.
See, I bet ya, I bet ya, Jonathon, but for you to have that amazing feeling, you've already thought of a scene to
You've
have the
experienced it.
amazing feeling.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it's...
So let's go 90 degrees. Ready?
Yep.
Is it enough to rest in an amazing feeling, or do I have to make a scene? 90-degree angle, right? I love 90-degree angles. Some of you guys on the live calls that were in the live call recordings get this. Ready? 90-degree angle. Imaginal experience leads physical experience. Go experience something imaginally that applies your physical experience. Boom. Done. So, it's a puppy. There we go. It's little Joe.
Fecal,
All right.
what did he call him?
So,
Beast.
Victoria,
Okay, cool.
I'll give it back to you.
All right, so that was from
Jonathon.
Jonathon. Thanks,
Boom.
Jonathon, for your question.
That's right.
The next question's from Og,
The big OG, y'all.
the big OG via email. I want to be taller.
Oh, imagine that. It's the big OG and he wants to be taller.
OG
right.
says.
So I shortened this one, by the way. It's pretty long.
Wow.
Didn't have a chance to get back. But there's some reason I left the background stuff in this one.
Okay.
Right.
I've wanted to be bigger, taller for quite some time. I'm not short, I'm not small, even above average in both areas. But most of my close friends and co-workers are pretty huge. So the contrast sometimes has me thinking, hey, it'd be cool to be a real beast.
Boom. Okay, so let's go to Jonathan's question. Ready? What would you feel like what would the feeling that you have if you were a real beast be? Right. You could lay in bed and just feel that. Meanwhile, keep going.
Okay. I've really sat with it and tried to figure out why that is, but it just seems like a cool experience I'd like to have.
I like cool experiences. I like hot ones too. In Victoria.
One thing that's interesting is that it seems I've actually grown a little, about an inch or two over the past 5 years, despite being in my late 20s, perhaps due to improvements in my health and eating a more and more varied meat-heavy diet.
I love meat-heavy diets, right?
Still, I'd like more. I can let it go and enjoy what I have, but I'd like your thoughts regarding the possibility of manifesting more growth. Should I just drop it and focus on the more important things? Or should I put more visualization and focus, in a relaxed manner of course, into this low-key yet persisting desire? I greatly appreciate your work and continue to listen to the podcasts on the regular. All my best, OG.
OG. Okay. All right, let's dive in. Ready?
Yes.
So here's the deal. I want you to experience what you would experience if you were happy with your height. Now, this is what that doesn't mean. Right? I want you to experience what you would experience if you were happy with your income. Well, I only make $10 a year. Fuck it, man. Why would you say I should settle? Don't settle. Never settle. But remember, it's all about your experience. It's not about the number.
Yep.
Right? So here's what I want you to experience. Being happy about how big you are. And notice if you're tempted to go, oh, I'm settling. Or if it's like, right, you're really experiencing happy when it comes to your height, your size, right? See, I got a buddy. So I was teaching a seminar one day back in the old country, and I've got like 10 people crammed in my little living room. Like it was about the size of this right here,
Wow.
right? So we're all crammed in, and the one guy, he's like 6'3", and he comes off like he's 5'7", because he stops here. Right? I look at people all the time, and I notice that they're not as tall as they are, or they don't have a clue that there's anything below their knees. Right? It's fascinating to me. I just look at people and I can tell where their attention stops. So if you were happy with your height, how would you feel? Okay? Going back to Jonathon's question. Okay, what would you experience differently? Okay? Would it be when your buddies come around and they're not going, oh, shorty, how you doing? Right? Just notice what would you experience differently. Right? And again, a scene is just, right? Like that fast. So, that's where I'm going to encourage you to play. And again, notice if you're tempted when I say, I want you to experience what you would experience if you were happy with your height. You get it? I am not telling you to settle. I'm telling you to find that experience of happy height. All right? Boom. All right.
So that really reminds me of the Jimmy Fuller story, actually.
Totally.
And the same, which is Neville lecture or something. But yeah, if you Google Jimmy Fuller at freeneville.com, you'll find that.
I love that Neville says during that one that you won't change the color of your skin or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, I've gotten so much hate mail over that. And when I do the background research, it fascinates me who sends it, but that's another story, right? But the thing is, what do you really want? I love, and that's why I left some of the background detail in here. You're exploring what do you really want, right? You may grow, right? You may not, but I guarantee if you explore what you really want, and I'm just summarizing it up like Dave just put it in there. Happy height, right? Happy height. Yeah, what needs to change will change, right? And it doesn't mean settle for being. By the way, I did the opposite of this. I was in 7th grade. I was one of the tallest people in my class. I was taking off like a rocket. And I read that Bruce Lee was like 5'9" or something like that. And I just hit 5'10".
Oh.
And I thought, fuck, man.
Stop.
Right?
Is that what you thought?
Stop right the fuck now. You've met my dad. My dad is a big guy.
He's a very
right?
big guy.
I was shooting in that direction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was growing fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, right? Not gonna keep growing because I want to be small and quick, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be lanky like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? So I wanted to be small and quick. So I just stopped like at 5'10", like instantly. Then everybody rocketed past me. And it's like, right, I'll still kick your ass now because I'm small. So,
Yeah.
boom. All right.
Cool.
Grant Monk, gold. Thanks, buddy.
Is that going to be that one I was talking about
Yep.
or something else? Yeah, thanks, Grant. Cool.
Grant Monk is a rock star. He's Grant Monk.
Excellent. So that was from OG.
The big
Thank
OG.
you.
Boom.
The big OG. Got ya. Thanks for your question. Amazing. The next question, because we've had an Oz and now we've got a Sydney.
Interesting. It's a sign, everyone. Come to Australia.
The next question's from Sydney on Facebook. My toddler is ...
Ooh.
Sydney asks, been having a hard time removing my focus from the 3D to allow manifestation. I'm trying to change my toddler's behaviour. He's being a toddler who is handling a new baby brother. I need to get out of my head and help my toddler. Also, a little mean, a little whiny, a little rough. I need to focus on him being his usual loving, kind, happy, gentle self.
Cool. So let's pretend your kid's a dog and you got another dog.
I was going to say, it's
right?
just like the other question,
right?
but
This
for
is
our
so
dogs.
Good, right?
Yeah.
So here's what's cool. Ready? Happy, loving puppy dad. Right? That implies a lot of things. That implies that actually my dog didn't eat my dog. Right?
Or if it did playfully, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, God, Emmett came in the other night, Victoria told me. She said he was covered with wood chips.
All on his back.
All on his back. Which means
flips him.
Bruce flips him and spins him.
On his back.
And Emmett loves it.
Well, he does.
All right.
It's all right, Bubs.
So I wonder where he gets that from. Victoria is my wife. Now,
Tommy, it's your fault.
it's your fault, Tommy. Everybody type it in. It's your fault. So what was the question?
So
Oh,
the
yeah, the
question
kiddo.
is, yeah, with
Right.
baby.
Happy, loving mom. You could be loving mom, right? You know, to the little crazy kids, right? Or you could be a happy, loving mom. You know, how are you so happy? Because my kids are darling, right? Let it be all about you, right? This it sort of goes to the whole thing. Well, they're all mindless automatons because it's me pushed out. Again, I'm making fun of the other people out there. Right. Yeah. Boom. Happy, loving mom. Right? At least then they'll be good around you. Right? Oh my God. Emmett. You're a hoot.
It's all right, Bubs.
Yeah, it's your fault, Tommy. Thank you. Adelia. All right.
Cool.
So,
Excellent.
was that good?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, make it all about you.
By the way,
Sydney.
notice that there's a story in there, right? So you can make it about the kids. You could also make it about the story, because there's the story about you got one kid, everything's fine. You get a second kid, first kid gets jealous, they become fucking nutballs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some siblings, right? How'd that work out?
Yeah.
Right?
I was stuck in the middle.
That's right. So, yeah, if Victoria would have been
Goody,
a boy.
goody older sister and little baby brother. It's sort of like,
Yeah, and you see what I get stuck with. I got the cool one.
Cool.
Yeah, it spins me around in the dirt upside down. Oh, it's Emmett. It's all me pushed out.
So thank you, Sydney, for your question.
See, I never got to thank for the answer. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And thank you, 20, for your
Thank
answer.
you, Victoria, for thanking me.
Did I contribute at all?
No, it's all me pushed
Probably
out.
didn't in that one.
It's all
Okay.
me pushed out. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Victoria, for contributing.
Okay.
All right.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day. Scott.
Yo, Triple D
Sizzler.
Sizzle.
I was bullied as a kid, ... Bullied as a kid, being told I was ugly and believed it, to where I never even wanted to see photos of myself. What scene or where would I explore to change this?
Cool. If it impacted your yesterday, revise yesterday. Right? I'm a real big fan of just where's the simplest point, right? If it impacted yesterday, revise yesterday. If you could, another way to play could be just imagining you used to have that problem, maybe sharing with somebody else that posts this kind of same problem. Yeah, I used to have that problem, right? And just imagine that you've succeeded with it. Done.
Done.
God, I used to get picked on by Denise Corley. Oh my God, she used to put me in just spin me around the wood pile upside down.
Oh, I wonder where Bruce got it from.
Yeah. I never thought I was ugly, but my God, I just get dizzy all the time.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, boom, isn't it? It's cool, Sizzle, right?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Yeah, I am such a fan of revising yesterday. I'm actually thinking about doing little revision course. Like, of course, I don't know how it would market all that well because we already have revision of the Macs. Maybe we'll do a revision live call because there's just so many cool little bits about revision that most people miss. And I really find revise yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
It's just, it's that, but it didn't bother me yesterday, Mr. 20. It bothered me at breakfast. Well, then fucking goddamn revise breakfast. Right? Are you morons? Tend to be who I attract in business. Such good fun. People aren't morons. All right. Blame Tommy. Boom. Yeah. By the way, if you're over 40, you got really bullied. Right? Maybe it's 30, but I enjoy the whole new thing. They call it cyberbullying. So in Australia, we have this thing called Instagram.
Instagram.
And Instagram in Australia doesn't publicly show how many likes you got. Because if she's got an Instagram and I've got an Instagram and I get more likes than her, she might feel suicidal and blow her fucking head off, but we don't have guns.
Oh, yes.
So maybe then
this happened a little while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, this is like last year. So they removed the ability to see other people's
That's
likes,
right.
How many likes are on something? Because then they can't go, 20 got more than Victoria. Victoria doesn't put good things. Because then, like I said, then Victoria tried to kill herself. She'd ride her bike without a helmet or something like that. It's like the ways that you got to kill yourself in Australia since we don't have guns. It's like, I'm going to ride my bike without a helmet. If we just show you a few things, I'll put it on Instagram while I kill myself. So anyway, just having some fun. Let's all blame Tommy. All right.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
All right.
All
Next.
right. So that was from Dream Driven Day Scott. Thank you.
Boom. By the way, if you can adopt the attitude of it just doesn't fucking matter. Right? How many likes you got doesn't fucking matter. Do you like it? Right? There's a reason why I take all these little miscellaneous ramblings for the guys that go, well, Mr. 20 doesn't explain things thoroughly and in an order that I understand. Right? In all seriousness, right? You know why they're bullying you? It doesn't matter. Right? There's only one reason why it's happening to you. When you got right, I just don't give a shit anymore. Do you get I don't give a shit about being... there's people out there that don't like my teaching style. They don't like me, right? There are people out there that go, well, he's always talking about peanut butter, right? For God's sake, right? Here's the thing. I don't give a shit about the price of peanut butter, petrol, or if I don't have as many likes as somebody else. You get it? Attitude of Abdullah. That's why I'm tossing it out. Any bullying is bullshit, right? Because if we're going to dive into the whole thing of like, well, like I've got trauma and it impacts me still, I got fucking beat to death in a race riot, right? So there's a reason why I mention all these dumb things, because we've all been there, right? We've all decided, you know what, the trauma nailed me, and we get to all go, right, you know what, boom. Dave's right, Sizzle was handsome. Now here's the thing, ready? Yeah, who here thinks Sizzle is handsome?
Yeah.
Type it in.
Yes.
We talked about this
lovely.
morning. Yeah, this morning, right? Yeah, just because Sizzle has a post up and it scrolls through the thing, and we're talking about Sizzle is lovely. Now, here's the thing. Does it really fucking matter what I think? Yes and no, right? But when Sizzle gets that Sizzle's beautiful, if I say he's beautiful, he can accept the compliment, right? If he doesn't get that he's beautiful, he'll reject it, right? This is the coolest thing, guys, right? When you get, you know what, somebody leaves a bad, they put a comment that they don't like me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? I'm here to have impact. I'm here to just love my people. Tommy says, Sizzle is sizzling hot. Look at this.
Yeah.
Sizzle, look at you. Man, everyone's typing it in. Even Triple D Chris Nelson. That's right. And Chris has gorgeous fucking hair. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, doesn't mean Adelia doesn't. Or Victoria. Oh no! You get it? If you seek the power outside of you, and we all can fall for this. Suddenly, I didn't compliment Joe Weldon's hair. It's like Emmett's hair. It's right down there is where Emmett is. Blame Tommy. All right, shall we continue?
Okay.
Someone's having fun.
Tommy. Excellent.
Thanks,
you,
Sizzle.
Sizzler.
There's a lot of gold in there for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I imagine you getting it. Did he just pick on me?
Oh God,
right.
Tommy, it's all your fault.
Tommy, man, let's all blame Tommy. Tommy gave me this new direction in today's show. Whoa. Anyway. All right.
All right.
Triple D Barber's here.
The next question's from Priya.
She's got nice hair too. Okay, let's just.
Okay, all right. Everyone's got nice hair.
Everyone's got nice hair.
Okay.
Are you ready? Everybody sing
Even
along.
the silver fox.
Ready? Whoa.
Silver
Look
fox.
at that. Silver fox.
Okay.
All right.
Right. The next question's from Priya in Manifesting Mastery.
That's right.
Speedy Wealth Secrets. What is the quickest way to improve my wealth?
Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. Don't imagine it's slow, that it's going to take a time, that you'll need a mental diet. God. Sizzle says Victoria has lovely hairs too.
Oh, thank you, Sizzler.
Boom. Right. Don't imagine it's going to be slow. I never get the question about speed unless someone's already imagining that it's slow. Damn it.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
there's
wanna go
something
see?
far, far away.
You go see.
Go
That's
see.
better.
Investigate.
That's
Go,
better.
patrolman. Good boy.
Right.
Right. Don't imagine it's slow.
Okay. That's it, Priya.
Boom.
Do you want to add anything more to that?
Do I want to add anything more to that is unnecessary. By the way, so why do I love these ambiguity things, right? Because people all the time are doing this, right? Here, this is a great example. Why do you think I put the questions in the order that I did? Because that's the way they showed up. But here's the cool thing. Ready? Repeat the question, please.
The question is from Priya. What is the quickest way to improve my wealth?
Because I'm imagining it's so slow. Yeah, we tend to have run-on imaginings, and we grab one little part.
Yep.
Right? What's the quickest way to imagine wealth because it's not here yet? What's the quickest way to imagine wealth because I don't see it in 3D, hasn't caught up yet with what I'm imagining, isn't working?
Yeah.
You get that? Those are actual emails, right? Except they put punctuation in them. And the way you're experiencing it often is never with punctuation. What is the quickest way to imagine wealth? Because it isn't here yet, my imagining isn't working like everyone else's does. You get it? These run-on imaginings, right? Okay, so Tommy asked for an exercise. I gave it. One of the reasons why I'm semi-reluctant to put an exercise out there is because if I don't give it context, right? So we got content, puppy. We got process. Some people, when they experience loving puppy dad, they see something. Some people hear something. Some people feel something, right? When they imagine being a loving puppy dad. Some do all three, right? In a specific but different order, right? So that's the area of process. We've talked about Victoria liking the click of the cottage door because she's got so much auditory in there. Got it? And we asked her, right? Did you have any idea what the door looked like? No, right?
Yeah.
She just felt and heard the click. Got it? So in her world, so the content is the door. That implies the cottage is done. But she has no idea what the door even looks like. In the world of process, she feels and hears the click of the cottage door. Right? That's process. Right? Mm-hmm. And the reason I start the show with Tommy's is because Tommy's was the first question, but I notice how it weaves through all these because it's the run-on imaginings. If you play with those run-on sentences, like this is so cool for you to do all the time around people that are drunk or sober people or people that I tend to hang out with. Or neither, because I don't give a shit about drunk or sober. I'm more concerned about people being alive. Show like this is a lot of fun for me to do. If you actually play with some of this, you're going to notice that your attention span gets longer, just like the eye exercise. And if your attention span gets longer, you're going to notice what most people miss, including you. So, come to Australia whenever the borders all open up again and you're loogie free. You'll get to play with me for a week, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God, back in the old days, people would rent me for the week, would go to the mall, then I'd send them on a plane home, and I'd say, I have no idea what we fucking did. Cool. I told you. I used to make, so after a while, so if I was doing a one-on-one or a group training, I'd have them take notebooks. So we'd go to the mall, and everybody would have a notebook, and every hour I'd have them tell them, write shit down.
Yeah.
Right? Write a little detail, because at the end of the fucking day, you're not going to have a clue what we did. Sure enough, by the end of 5 days, it's like, did we do anything? It's like, yeah, we did. Look at your notebook. So I don't remember all that. Yeah, we did it. It changed you. Right?
Yeah.
Trust me. You'll get home and your wife will look at you a little weird. Right? Or a lot.
Yeah.
Boom. Dave says you play with your audience like I play with my students. Exactly. Flirting and fun.
Yeah.
Right? I'm real big on that. Head learning, not a fan of it at all. Because I know a lot of experts. Experts. Yep, I love phonetic ambiguities as well. Are so much fun. Anyway, you can always take those in a new direction. Okay, with the experts. But, oh, sexual innuendo. He's pretty quick. All right.
Excuse me.
Grant Monk says, look, it took a while after the group training for me to get it, to laugh out loud. Yeah, and you and I talked a lot for a long time Before, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the poor sucker that gets off the plane that's never played with me live. It's like, oh, this is going to be fun. Boom. All right. Tommy says, after I come back from Australia 20, I'm becoming Bruce Lee. Is really cool. All right.
Cool. All right. So that one was from Priya. Thank you very much, Priya.
All right.
And thank you, 20, for your contribution.
Victoria, thanks for reading it.
That's fine. All right.
Can you imagine what my day is going to be like with her? Is such a good day.
Excuse me. That's right.
All right.
All right. And now, the last question is from Bo. I still want my Bentley. Hello, Mr. 2020, Victoria and the
Yo,
dogs. Bo. Hiya, Bo. My junky car still sits in the driveway as I hear the birds chirp. It needs to be replaced with a Bentley Flying Spur now. God doesn't have to wait, so what to wait? God doesn't have to wait, so what am I missing? And I am, so what am I missing? I listened to the peanut butter story, etc., but the Bentley isn't in the driveway.
Cool. It took me 4 years, I think, to get citizenship. It took me about 30 years to get a project going with the Department of Corrections. Both, I imagined, a couple times and got busy with all sorts of other things, right? I get the Bentley's important to you. I did a quick search. I saw it showed up in a couple other shows that we did and comments on the Facebook group. But here's the thing. You're feeling waiting. As long as you feel waiting, you're going to experience more and more waiting, right? Not a fan of waiting. It's heavy, right? On the other hand, I'm a real big fan of just right. So you now having the car that you choose, right? Instead of the shit car. We've all had shit cars, right? But when you nail the feeling of having the car that you choose, right, what's next? What more? What else? Right? So there's my big thing. If somebody mentions a wish to me more than once, it tells me that you're probably not putting enough buns in the oven. Right? And buns in the oven, again, how fast can they be? If we go way back to the beginning of this show, not the absolute beginning, where Tommy asked a question that totally ruined the entire show, was based on Tommy's question in one way or another. I'll sneak it in one more time for you to notice this, is right now. Now, yeah, you know what's nice with me? Pillow talk.
Pillow talk.
Yep.
When you pillow talk like that.
Hello, Victoria.
I fall asleep pretty quick.
That's right. Anyway, so put more buns in the oven. I don't know what all you're doing, by the way. So I'm going to do the crass commercial for ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Dive in.
Yes.
Because one of the things that we notice as well is you got to let this become a total way of life. Because, like Neville says, this consciousness, this way of being gets to become like breathing. You get at the beginning of the show, and again, someone's going to say, well, that's just little shit, throwing the ball, and so on. I don't consider anything big or little. Nothing. Right? It's all smaller than me because it's all within me. You got it? So the whole thing of, notice how big you feel. Notice how big the wish for the Bentley feels. My guarantee is the Bentley feels bigger than you. I can pretty much guarantee that. On the other hand, my imaginal experience of Tickle Belly Hill, right? That's smaller than me. That's one of my experiences. I've had thousands of experiences in that car. But even before I had the car, it wasn't like, fuck, Tickle Belly Hill. It's like, or that amazing feeling of Bruce is a good boy. Going back to Jonathan's question, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal that Bruce is a good boy, right? And to imagine Bruce being a good boy, I don't make a long scene that has me. It's an hour-long scene because I spent an hour at the dog park. No, it's a couple seconds, if that. It's like Victoria saying, "Hey, how's the dog park?" Right? And I say, "Yep, Cube, boring as fuck." You wouldn't believe how I screwed with him today. I love Cube. He's my buddy. But I do screw with him a lot because he's my friend.
You do.
Right? It's my job. My job is to screw with my friends. You can tell if I'm not your friend because I won't screw with you. Right? If I'm totally serious with you, it's like he's always serious with me. Right? Anyway, alrighty.
Oh, Paul.
I think I'm done. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Did I have anything else to say?
No, that was it, I think.
Right. Boom. So
that question was from Bo?
Bo.
Thank you, Bo.
Bentley Bo. Boom.
Bentley Bo.
Bentley Bo.
That's right. And Chris, you beat me to it.
Boom. Strawberry bit Chris.
Strawberry bit there already.
Boom, boom, boom.
So what we want to know is, what was your strawberry bit?
That's right. What was your strawberry bit, Victoria?
I think for me, it's remembering, like when it was brought up about revising for the toddler or whatever, but you brought in about us revising for Bruce and how we always bring it back to ourselves, and just remembering, like yesterday and today, how it was just like he was a good boy and you played loads of ball with him and things like that. I just love that. So yeah, that's my strawberry bit.
I'll always let it be all about you.
Yeah.
Boom.
What was yours?
Mine was playing with the ambiguities, and I really encourage you guys, don't just think about this. Actually say things out loud. If you're going to play with this exercise, it's so much fun. You can let it be that short. I swear to God. So, like, I just get in ornery moods, right? And Victoria's been with me in the health food shop at the bottle shop, and I walk in and say, "How you doing today, 20? So you wouldn't believe I am so fucking amazing. Things are happening." And you can just watch. Oh, well, we got vitamin C on sale.
Yeah.
But I really encourage you to play with like that little exercise that we wove into that whole thing today, right? Because it really will elongate your attention span. So you start noticing some of those things like, and seriously, I'll bring Priya's question back to Manifesting Mastery Lesson 1, the girls giggled, right? That involves speed. Because most people, they go, girls giggled, he turned back because they giggled. Now, they giggled, if you stick around for a little bit longer, you'll notice, oh my God, no, he imagined something. And then he turned around. Because I want you to start noticing more. So, Dave says, ornery me, yes. Boom, buddy. Alrighty.
Okay, so, and I'd like to say a special thank you to Tommy for his question. So it's confused, so Tony could rattle up our brains for the last hour.
So years ago, I put out a product called the handshake induction. Nobody else did that. Richard Bandler, taught it, but there was like 10 minutes out of a 3-hour video set or 6-hour video set where he showed it. So I decided I wanted to learn it. And so once I learned it, I decided I'd pay for learning it, which is what I do. If I learn something, I convert it into a product. So I go to see Richard, and I learn the handshake induction, and I take my friend Mike Popson comes in on a Monday for his karate class, or kung fu class with me on a Monday. And he says something. He actually says, will you teach me the handshake induction? Is really easy to learn. So I make this video. I've just basically put him in trance like 200 times in an hour.
Oh, God.
Poor fucking guy. So I make it, I sell it on the internet. He's fine with me doing that. And long story short, Mike keeps asking me, hey, would you give me a copy of the tape so I can watch it? I must have given him 100 copies of it, right? Because he'd go home and start watching it and just, gonzo. Right? So if you want to check out my archaeology, Tanya, like lasagna.
Tanya! Hello.
Boom. All right. This thing is rambling, but that was good fun.
It was.
Right.
Cool. Excellent. Good on you, Chris.
Did you
Thanks,
meet Mike?
TTV and Tommy. What?
Did you meet Mike when you were in Pennsylvania?
Mike?
Yeah, Mike Popson.
No.
No, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Anyway, anybody want to get on a video with me?
I think we rang him when you were here. We did a
plenty of
video
time.
call.
Yes.
And I remember being on that.
Yes.
All right, you guys.
All right, have a lovely day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, yeah. Press commercial.
Ready?
So,
oh, my God. 221 email list, freeneville.com.
That's right. Manifestingmasterycourse.com.
90-day
donut,
adventure,
or
have a
cup of
donut,
coffee,
experiential.
Or something like that.
Right? Boom.
And for refunds, go to to our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right, everyone said.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's right, everyone said that's right.
They did.